The last episode was all about death.
Yes.
We just spoke about death for so long.
Yeah.
So I'm not asking you the following question from that perspective. I'm almost binding you to your human form and asking you about your own death. How do you look at it? Because there was a point in my life, maybe at age 24, 25, where I dreamt of having a death surrounded by luxury, surrounded by family, surrounded by comfort. And as I've met people like yourself and Rajesh Nandi, now I dream of a death which will happen during meditation. So I want to ask you how you visualize your own death.
How honest can I be? I had a very, very powerful experience of so-called death, and I think it is nothing to fear about.
During sadhana?
During sadhana, of course. All is sadhana only. That is the reason, if you realize, whenever I talk, first thing comes sadhana, then only everything.
Did it hurt you physically?
No, my guru was always there, my deity was always there. And there is nothing to worry. Nothing to worry.
Why are we made to worry or have a negative emotion towards death in the first place?
You know, this is very, very strange. I always had this question when the part started off by His Grace, that if I've not experienced death, why do I have fear? I've not been to the place, why should I worry? But then when you mature on your sadhana, you realize that you have gone through the process multiple times. And everyone at a human level has a fear of the unknown. In darkness, there is fear always. Even in darkness, even if the God is sitting, you'll have fear because you can't see the God. Same is happening with death. But there is nothing to worry about. I don't think you have to worry about anything. What you should worry is about two things. That you don't become pridey person, you don't have ego, and you don't think that you are doing something. If that comes, that is more horrible than that.
Can't believe I'm going to say this, okay? But there was a recent podcast we did with someone who was very high profile. And we actually started speaking about death. And all his negative emotions about death started coming out. The bit of fear, the bit of why I don't even want to think about this. So my question to him was, why don't you want to think about it? And his question was, why do you want to think about it? And my answer was, because I meet people like Bhavesh
You're too kind,
It's a very important thing to talk about, to think about, because I feel you need to prepare yourself for that moment. I also want to say that some level of analysis about my guest always ends up happening over the course of a conversation. This same person was materially, obviously, very successful. And when I finally disagreed with him, I said that if I ever need material advice, you'd be the first person I'd listen to. But how can I listen to you about your opinion on death when you don't even think about it? And it kind of became such an uncomfortable part of the conversation that we cut it out from the final edit. Because it would have been controversial. But this had happened. And I still look forward to meeting Bhavesh Bhai, Gauranga Das, all these people to speak about this topic.
You know, I'm very grateful you're doing it, because just talking openly, I met few people and they said that, oh, RB only talks about death. And you know how I responded? I said that he's talking about death because as far as met him off also, he's thinking about something that. Are you thinking about that? You know, we fear, and whatever we don't like to hear, we shun it away. That is a problem. The fact that you're thinking, and the fact that you ask such questions, or the fact that you also talk, or we talk behind the camera also, there is that one thing which is there. Awareness is there, which is good. And many people don't have it.
I'm trying to understand why, because let's take a natural death, for example. It happens in old age, but on the way to that point of natural death of your body, a lot of other stuff is dying. Your ambitions are dying. Your unfulfilled dreams are also dying in many capacities. So you're being brought to a point of very deep humility on the way to natural death. And I think that's why when you die through an accident or when you die through murder, you're not expecting it, and all your other stuff is still very alive.
Definitely. You know, I also believe that death is something, you know, it is nothing to be worried about. And the fact, you know, the first curiosity of a seeker is that what's going to happen when I die. And it starts with that. Why am I born like this? Why am I human? What is happening? Why this family? Why this work? That curiosity has started. When talking about that, what if there are two extreme people? Those who want to understand and decode and don't want to explore the unsaid, those who want to shun it away completely because there is no acceptance. Why? Because there is complete attachment to the identity.
Let's talk about this. Let's talk about attachment to the identity, because that's what hurts the most at the point of death. Right?
Yes.
I'm leaving behind my son or daughter. I'm leaving behind my husband or wife.
That Maharishi Patanjali has given very beautifully, Abhinivesh, fear of death. That is the greatest attachment. And there are three types of fear of death. One is that I'm going to die. Second is I can't see others dying, someone very close to me. And third, even after death, my name should be there. Yeah, Amar Bhanna hai mujhe. Imagine 5,000 years he decoded this, and even now it is applicable.
No one's truly Amar, right? Who's someone we know from like 20,000 BC?
Amar in this body, very rare. No, very rare. Might be saints, great gurus, but they are beyond. In different lokas, yes, but I've not encountered who's Amar. Amar is only Shiv, Shakti, Kal Bhairav, all these rishis.
Which is why the third fear actually shouldn't make logical sense.
Yeah, but people are crazy, they want so much identity that, when I die, this street mere naam pe, this is my property. Livingly, they are dead. And I think a person living dead is when they don't have the will to fight back. You're dead. You're like a vegetable. That is the reason, again, I come back to sadhana, because that will give you the power to live life.
It's the only thing you carry beyond death, according to me.
Yeah. And what you carry now, this is something very good in the Shastras. You will leave your body, you will leave your looks, you will leave your money. What you will carry is all the punya that you have done, is all the knowledge that you have gained, and all the sadhana that will never leave you. And that is taken to the next birth. Nothing else.
Hey, if you enjoyed this clip from the Ranveer Show, we've uploaded a ton of other clips related to a ton of other topics. So explore the channel, because there's something for everyone.